Well, I'm Lowell Myers. I'm a professional guide here on the Little Red River. I used to stare at a computer screen about 10 hours a day, and now this is my office. So welcome to my office. My dad loved to be on the water, loved to fish. Every opportunity he had, we were going fishing, and he would take us boys to go fishing. We didn't take a lot of vacations. We took a lot of vacation time on the river, and we enjoyed that. Well, about 5 years ago, we were at a point that I was working about 45, 50 hours a week, and my wife was working about 50 hours a week, and we didn't have kids, but we just found ourselves just working, and simplifying was the word that kind of kept coming up. She just came in one day and she just said, "I think we need to sell our big house, and you retire, and I will cut back on my work, and let's move to our fishing cabin." It didn't take me very long to stick a for sale sign up in the front yard. That was a dream for me to be able to move to the river. We went from about 2,000 square feet, and we moved into a cabin about 900 square feet. People come from literally all over the world to fish this river, and here it is in my backyard. I will say it's probably the hardest work I've ever done in my life. Your day begins about 6 o'clock in the morning making lunch for your full day trip, because you got to provide lunch. So you get up, you're making lunch for your clients, you're making lunch for yourself, you're tying flies if it's a fly fishing trip, and then you got to get your boat ready, you got to maintenance it. In my situation, I have oars on my boat. I don't use a trolling motor, so I am oaring the boat down all day long. Physically, it's exhausting by the end of the day, especially if there's a wind or something like that. You're so exhausted, you just crash and go to sleep and wake up the next morning and do it all over again. But it's an absolute blast. I had a great trip about 4 years ago where I took a husband and wife fishing, and we had a really good day. It was just a really good day. We caught a lot of fish, and they just had a good time, and we had developed a special relationship just that one guide trip. And so I had landed in the boat, and we had walked up to the parking lot, and we had said our goodbyes, and they were headed off. And I had gotten in the truck, and I'd backed the trailer down to trailer the boat and everything. And when I came back up to the parking lot, they were still there in their car, and I thought they had had a car trouble or something. And so I got out, and they got out, and they came over. Well, he was crying. He was just crying, and she was crying, and so I thought something had happened, something wrong or whatever. And they just came over, and they just told me what a special day that was for them as a husband and wife, to be able to spend that time together on the water and to enjoy the nature and God's presence in the world. And I probably knew at that moment that I had spent 28 years in church ministry, but this was just as much a ministry as sitting in a church office somewhere.